Well, hello and good evening and welcome. What can I say to you? It is Wednesday night. It's Leading Ladies, and tonight, what are we talking about? Change. That word that unnerves some people, and some people flow with it. That's what we want to leave you with tonight. Our guest tonight is all about change. Change is paramount for us right here and now. So the topic couldn't have been a better one. I am Joy RUFFEN, signature style specialist, professional speaker, and creator of Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. And every Wednesday night, I come to you with a leading lady, a lady who's going to share with you her journey, how she got to do the work that she's doing, why she loves it so much, and why it's important for you to understand and know more about it. The women that I interview are in the throes of, or they've gone through, or in the process of some type of transformation, internal and external. So what they're going to speak about is why the work that they do is so important and why you need to be aware of it. I want you to help me to welcome our guest tonight, Petra Contrada. Hello and welcome, and good to see you here.
Hello, Joy. Nice to be here with you. Thanks for the invitation.
You're more than welcome. It's good to have you here. I know the work that you do somewhat, and I applaud it because we're all so in the thick of change now. And I love your handle, your title, the Queen of Change. So tell us a little bit about the work that you do and why you do the work that you do.
Joy, what can I tell you? Change is my passion.
Yes.
I am a spiritual entrepreneur and rebel. I'm a keynote speaker internationally, and entrepreneurs, of mainly female entrepreneurs and a few good men, hire me to be the change, because most overthink and underfeel and forever missing key opportunities in life. So I help them to be the change, to thrive and win in life and business. Most people also dread change. They're afraid. Change is scary, because we like to be in our comfort zone. And going out of that is not always easy, and it brings uncertainties. And we are experiencing that right now.
Right now, for those who don't understand the essence of change and what change is about and what it's offering you as opposed to taking away, it's a combination of both. They need to know that. I'd like to know how you got to the process of doing the work that you do, the change maker that you are.
Basically, we are all changing every day.
Absolutely.
Change is a constant. Change is a given. Imagine that our body renews within 28 days. Within 28 days, we are new. We are changed. Every cell takes 28 days until the body is totally transformed.
Right.
So how it came to my change? It is like 6 years ago. I had since 20 years. I have my own company. I have a very successful real estate company. Before, I was in the corporate world, in the beauty world, which you probably know because you are styling people.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working for big companies internationally, heading the international training departments, creating new programs, product sales, but also, how to bring the beauty into the world, and also do executive training and personal development. I always loved that, and I traveled around the world, and I always embraced the change that came with it. Yes. Then I came to I'm native German. I came to the United States in the early 90s. Met the love of my life here. Within 6 months, we were married. Now we are 25 years married this year. Wonderful. Very happily. So, and about and then we went back to Germany, came back. My husband speaks fluent German. In 2001, right in September 2001, when 9/11 happened. So what a change. Moving with a 4-year-old and husband, everything, coming back to the United States exactly in that month, moving, it's changing. So 3 months later, I lost my job because of 9/11. So many people were laid off, which brought another change. So my whole life is rolling around change and adapting to change and embracing change, because change is brings so many opportunities, so many possibilities. Now, then I created a company, and about 6 years ago, coming back to that point, 2014, I found myself totally in a state. So I had myself gotten into a hamster wheel, totally overwhelmed, overworked, overweight, and found myself seriously ill. I did not know how it could continue.
Yes.
And I thought, I will not have long. And then I really felt very deeply a connection to the higher spirits. And I said, I have so much what I can give. I really want to live what I'm passionate about, and I want to fulfill my purpose and my destiny here. And then I hear this voice, and this voice said, "You be the change." And
Oh,
it leveled me up, and I took it very much to heart.
I love that title. You be
Okay,
the change.
okay. So, and what I did is I said, so there is nobody can help me. I went from doctor to doctor to doctor. Nobody could help me. I have to find a way how I can help myself. Not only health-wise, I wanted to change my whole lifestyle. So at that point, I was 245 pounds. I brought to the scale.
I've been there. I know that.
Again, overweight, overworked, overwhelmed, because I was in that hamster wheel. And I'm an emotional person, and I'm an emotional eater, and I'm a stress eater. And, suddenly I was a size 20. And that didn't go well with my health. So I decided to change that. Within a year, I lost 100 pounds.
So, Petra,
Yeah.
did you start to do all types of research? You had your spiritual awakening. You had an aha moment. But did you, within that year, do a lot of research and spiritual awareness and research?
Spiritual awareness is a part of my life since I'm 8.
Yes, I love that.
With 8, I wanted to be a nun. With 12, I taught myself yoga. With 18, I had my first spiritual teacher. And all my life it went through. I walked over fire. I spent 3 days in caves meditating. All my life, I've been on a spiritual journey. I'm married with a spiritual philosopher and an incredible healer. But still, you come to a point in your life where the circumstances
Yes.
force you into a situation. Like me, I was so focused on making money, paying the bill, paying the rent, paying the car, and that I lost myself.
Ah,
Yes, I forgot to take care of myself. That what I know. We all know what we should do, but often the circumstances force you then into a situation, or you think you have to do this or that, and that is often either going onto your health. It affects your relationship. It affects your whole life. So for me, I got really sick, and I needed to change that first.
Well, what you just said is so true for so many of us. You mentioned that you were an emotional eater and that the stress and all of that, and you realized that you had to make this change, and you did it. What was the keyword, the buzzword that's out in the stratosphere now that everybody's using? Did you have a pivotal moment that you decided, I just have to do this? I can't go on like this?
That moment, what I described earlier, when I was sitting up in my living room on my chair, and I felt so bad, and I thought, I won't have long. Something has to happen. And I started praying, and then I got the message, be the change. It reveled me up, and I said, okay, now I have to do something. And then I started to develop a program for me. I said, okay, I was at that time, this was August 2014. It took me to January 1st, 2015 to get ready for really get into the physical state that I even could start exercises. I was so weak.
Well, here's another point you're bringing up: time, change, and time. Somehow there's a synchronization there. It took you time to develop your system, your program, to get you where you want it to be. Because so many of us, for numerous reasons, we think that things happen overnight. I think you expressed quite clearly that it took you a while, but in the process of doing what you had to do, you just kept moving onward and onward to get to where you are now. Share with us a little bit about that.
What is the key is people want to have the quick fix. We cannot have the quick fix when it comes to that. If you want to make deep changes, if you want to lose a lot of weight, if you want to have a better relationship, a better life, you have to invest in this. And you have to invest this with time, with dedication, with determination, and with courage. You have to do everything, but do not expect the quick fix. It never goes overnight. If you expect it too fast, you will fail. If you go in it with willpower, you will fail. Willpower never works. These are the little steps, one after the other. When people stay in front of the mountain, they're staying in front of the staircase of their life, and they want to jump 2-3 steps at once.
Baby steps. Baby steps. Continuation.
And especially when you are over 50, it takes a time because your body is different than when you were 20.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right.
You should be wiser.
Yes. Well, the prayer is, Petra, that you're wiser. But the reality is, for too many of us, and I know from experience, as a young girl, I thought as we got older and we matured, we became wiser and better. Well, that's not true. Some people stay stagnant, but those are not the people we look for. Now, we know that change is not easy and yet is inevitable. It's happening. It's occurring all the time. What are some of we heard what you said about baby steps. Step by step by step, and you continue onward. What are some of the keys? What are some of the tips and tools that you share to support people in making these baby steps and taking these baby steps to get where they need to be?
First of all, the number one thing is awareness. Becoming aware. What's going on? What is the problem? And being then willing to change. A lot of people know that they should, and they try, but this is most of the time it's half-hearted, and people are lazy. We are, as human race, we are lazy. Mm-hmm. We are trained from when we are, let's say thousands of years back, fight and flight. We tried to go the route of the least resistance. This is what we humans are. So what we need to do is kick ass. Kick ourselves and say, okay, I want to reach a goal. How can I reach that goal? And as I said before, willpower doesn't work. It only works when you make a plan and go step by step by step, one step after the other towards the direction where you want to be. Do you know that 89% of the people on this planet Earth do not like what they do?
Yes, I do know that.
They do not like what they do. And why? Because of their belief system. They are in their situation because they come in there because of their belief system. Whatever your culture, whatever your religion is, what you grew up and your belief system was framed by your family, by your peers, by your environment, and you believe certain things. And they are also shaping your life and the direction you go. And many people think they have to do this and they believe this and that. And then it comes, I cannot lose weight. I have big bones. I cannot do this because they tell themselves all the things why they couldn't and make excuses. So,
Petra, we are all conditioned. We're all, as you said, we're all conditioned by our upbringing. We emulate, we copy, we mimic, we mirror what we see because that's what we're used to. But here's the key, and I know you can connect to this. When we become adults, whenever that is for each of us, it's a different stage and age for everyone. That's when you have to start to explore and find better ways for you to evolve to be, as Oprah coined it, your best self. And that's what you're helping people to do. When it comes to people who come to you and they're ready to make this change, because they're coming to you when they're ready to make the change. Nobody is pushing them towards you.
The people, it's an energy fee. It's an energy.
Yes. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
People that are not ready will not come to you. People that are not ready, you are attracting the people that are ready for you. I attract the people that are ready for what I can offer them. Absolutely. What I can mentor, I can guide them through, because I walk the talk. I've been there, I've done that. I know how it is. I developed multidimensional strategies, because it's not only the mindset. It's not only, it's self-love. It's mindset. A lot of, spirituality comes into that, awareness. It's a step-by-step process of developing the courage. First, you be aware, then you have to gravel your courage, and then you have to also overcome your laziness, overcome your weaknesses. And there are certain things that can help you that, and there is where I can come in and tell you, first of all, let's see where your greatness is, how we can get you there where you want to be. And it's not about only goal setting, it is what you are passionate about.
Well, listen, you have to just hold on for 1 second here for this reason. You're mentioning, and you're getting me excited because you're using keywords that I love. You mentioned love. It's got to be self-love. And there's a lot of bravado around that, cavalier kind of attitude, dismissive sometimes about it. And then there is this awareness of what it is that you're about and what you want. And also you said, we all need a guide, somebody who's been there, done that, and understands and can share with you insights to what needs to be, and passion for what you're doing. Now, when they come to you and they are ready, how do you begin the process? Because we know, I know, the audience, they know. Welcome, by the way. I get so involved with the conversation, I forget to say welcome and thank you for being here. We know that change is inevitable, but yet it's not something that's easy for many of us. So how do you connect with them, embrace them, and let them be assured that if they stay the course, change is inevitable and it will happen for them?
Change can go two ways.
Yeah, this is true.
Can go in one way or in the other. So the way how I help people is develop a magnetic mindset.
Oh, I love that.
Them to go and first of all find out your greatness, then find out what is your passion, where do you want to be, create clear action steps, and then overcome the hurdles that are on the way. Because there are many, many people, for example, I'm coming back to the losing weight, because that was for me the first point. Being, determination and committing to oneself.
Yes.
And then the next step for me was then finding my passion, creating my passion, and I'm living my passion right now. I did not live it 6 years ago. I first of all, I still, I lost 100 pounds, gained a few, and I and I had some 15 COVID pounds I put on. I just dropped, and it is possible, and I can tell this to everybody out there who is over 50, or over 60. You do not need to stay where you are. Look at me. I am turning 62 in a few months, and I changed my health, my lifestyle. I'm so fitter than I was in my 40s.
I love it.
Work that I love, and I'm on my mission. My mission is to help millions of women to be to live really that life that they truly love to live. And there are certain steps that you need to do. And also you need the help. You cannot, I found that you cannot do it alone.
No, okay, you're speaking again, because nobody does anything alone. Not really. You're getting right to the core of what I want to discuss with you. I'm going to ask you to take a seat for just a brief moment while I say hello to the audience, and I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Is she not a dynamo? Yes, she is. And she knows what she's talking about. You can tell, you can feel the passion and the energy. I'd like to extend an invitation to you. If you are not now a member of my Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies group, I invite you in. And also for your complimentary gift for just being here and stopping by, whether you're here now or you'll come for the replay, put in style, STYLE. Just put that in the comments and it will be delivered to you automatically. Women hire me to support them in the development of their wow factor in their signature style because they're struggling with dressing themselves and styling themselves and spending way too much money. And that's what I support, aid, and assist them with. And again, as Petra said, an awareness of what's right for them. So I invite you to stay tuned, to stay with us, because I'm going to go back and we're going to talk a wee bit about style and how it relates to what she's doing as it relates to her work, which is all about change. So let me just say this, Petra, I love how you ended with what you said. Change is inevitable, and yet it's something that's scary. And too many people, you use the word lazy a lot, and discipline. Discipline is very hard for a lot of people for numerous reasons. Before we go into style, why do you think that is?
The discipline?
Why do you think discipline is hard for a lot of people to catch on to and to be a part of? Because you cannot get to where you need to be without having discipline as part of the change mechanism that you need to fly with and work with.
Okay, so that I would like to talk about our mind. Our mind has three different parts. 95% of our mind is occupied by a robot that does everything what we do every day. So it guides you. We are learning how driving a car, riding a bicycle, eating. We are all doing this automatic. So 95% of our brain is occupied by the robot. 5%, which is all about the rest 5% is stored by the monkey. We are all doing this. Because what's happening there with the phone?
My phone went on. I don't know what happened. Keep going.
No, the rest of the 5% is shared by the monkey and the sage. The monkey is the one that is emotion and is always perks up. We are distracted. The monkey brain is and it's the attraction. Like you are on your phone, you are on your computer, and everything pops up. And let me hear, let me go. Oh, and this looks beautiful, and that is nice, and all these distraction. The monkey distraction that we always have that sits on the back of your shoulder and keeps you from doing what you want to do. It keeps you from keeps you eating. It lets you sit in front of the television and watch your show when you could do something for yourself, like go to the gym or read a book or do whatever. It helps you. Many people are constantly on their phones, social media, all these distractions. This is all managed by the monkey brain. Now, then we have the sage. The sage is the one. Like, for example, the people who are on this show, they came here because their sage brought them here. If you say, okay, I want to learn something, I want to do something, I want to improve, I want to excel, this is where the sage is coming in. But the sage is also the weakest of the three. And the robot is constantly there, but the monkey is overpowering us. So, and there where the difficulties come is we have to tame the emotion monkey.
I like the word tame. I get the word tame, and I get it. You spoke to so many things there that relate to when it comes to change, and women, especially predominantly, that's who I work with. And I know you work with both men and women. But
predominantly women.
What was that?
I work with predominantly women.
Women, yes. Women predominantly. I think most of us do. But the point that I wanted to make is that when it comes to women, you said we see that monkey brain, we see this and we see that and we want that and we're involved with this and we're going here and we're going there and we're just multitasking and doing all of this stuff. And when it comes to what I do as far as signature style, that can really be an issue. So my question for you is, when it comes to style and change, how did you make the transition from the weight loss and where you are now and your sense of style to how you dress and how you present and project you now? How did that come about?
Okay, so number one, my husband says I have an incredible taste. I have a good, excellent sense for color. I know my colors. As I told you before, I was 25 years in the cosmetics industry, in the beauty
Yes.
industry.
Yeah.
I train people all around the world and brought beauty to them. So I always had that in me. And
Yes.
when I was fat, like 245
Now
big,
you.
I always dressed that a lot of people really did not see my weight so much. So I always had a sense of style. I think I inherited that from my mother, and even my father was very stylish.
Petra, I want to stop you for just 1 second because you said something that's so profound and so brilliant that I want the audience when they come to get this. Because for me, style has nothing to do with your race, your age, your weight, your height, your size, your education, your money.
No?
Has nothing to do with that. You can be a size 3X or a size 0. If you have style and you know how to dress you can put you together where you stand out and it's a memorable impression, a good one that you leave. So I love the point that you're making there. Go. Yes.
So basically, everybody has a sense, but some people, they do not have a sense for their style. And I found a lot that people do not wear their colors. I had a very intense training in my former life in the beauty industry, color and style training as well, like you. And I know how the importance of color and what color affects. Also, color affects us emotionally and energetically. So color is the number one thing what I think is important. And then find the right style for you. And I don't like cookie cutter. I do not like cookie cutter. When you find your style and what you like, you can dress to it. Then, with the help of somebody like you that can give influence and say, this and this and that fits better to you, I think that can help a lot of people.
It can, and it does. It can, and it does. And what you're speaking to also speaks to the three, and you mentioned this in a different way, but in style, whatever your style might be, there are three components. And if you don't have them connecting for that star power that you're looking for, that's balance, which is proportion, scale, and fit. There's harmony, which is coordinated, blending, and colors. Not matchy-matchy, but blending. And then there's grace. I use grace because that's comfort, beauty, and ease. And you automatically have that. But yet you're right. So many people don't. And they don't know how to pull themselves together. And yet they want to. I know.
And it is, I think everybody is beautiful. And everybody can bring out their own inner beauty.
Yes.
So, for example, I just tell you what my daughter said, about my change. Good. When I was 2014, when I was like 245 pounds, I will never forget. I was dressing up because we were going. So I said, "How do I look?" And she said, "You look like a middle-aged real estate agent." Overweight real estate agent. Now, this morning I said, "Hi, Maria Gloria, how do I look?" She said, "Mom, you are so beautiful.
Yes.
You are like fine wine.
Absolutely.
You age like fine wine, full of grace." I said, that was such, my heart was, you can imagine. Oh.
I can imagine. And what a great note to end on, because I tell you what you said about what she said before and what she said now, my work with women who are in their second chapter, that's exactly what I want to convey and to give and guide them to, because there's no reason to look old and frumpy and out of date. Listen, Petra, time flies here. So now I'm going to put up your name and your website.
Yes.
And tell us how you want people to connect with you and what it is that you want to share and leave them with.
Yes. So if you are ready for change and you want to make a change, and I'm not talking only about, I'm not talking about weight loss. I mean, really want to change your life to where you want to be in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. Even if you're over 50, I'm looking like, oh my God, the next 30, 40 years, I'm creating now my future. And I would love to be your partner to shape your future for the next 40 years, and not to being an old woman or old man, now to be young and vibrant. So you can visit me, first of all, my website, www.petracontrada.com. You can email me at petra@petracontrada.com, or you can also go to www.ichange.life. Live, ichange.life.
Great.
Here, you can get a little PDF, the 5 key elements of change. What do you need to do to bring the change process? And there's some tips and hints, and it's a really nice little booklet. And you have the opportunity to hop on a 20-minute Clarity to Change call with me to see where you are right now. What is the issue? What is the problem? Where do you want to be? And then explore how I can help you to get there where you want to be.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, you are a change agent, and I love that because these are the women that I look for and that I work with. It's been my pleasure. I'm going to ask you to step into the green room for just a second. Thank you, and I'll be with you in just a second. You can say so long to the audience right now.
So long. Bye.
I'll be back with you in a second. What can I say? Change is something that we're all in the throes of right here and now, and there's no better agent to come and share with you all the possibilities that await you when it comes to change. Let me leave you with this little tip as far as style. Petra, she mentioned and alluded to this in different ways, but when it comes to, I mentioned each week something different, a little tip, a little nugget that you can walk away with. Your hairstyle has to fit your face, and it should add a little bit of a dash or a pizzazz or a little boom to whatever it is that you're doing. Sometimes women, it's too long or it's too short. You have to find the right style for you because that adds from head to toe to your overall look. Need I say to you that each and every week when we come to you with this leading lady, that it's my pleasure and I want you to make a connection, to send a friend request, to get into whatever they're offering to you so that we can broaden our circle, because ladies, it's our time. It's our time to rise and to step into the ring and throw the ball, because we are united and together to do all that we're here to do, heart-centered leadership. Thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to be with you. And I enjoy it each and every time when I look out and see that you're here now or when you come for the replay. Be and stay well, stay safe, do all that they're telling you to do so that we can continue onward to be all that we're here to be with passion and heart. Stay well and take care. See you again next week, same time, same station. So long for now. Cheers.